I first got into AI. It was a Mind Valley conference they were doing for free online. And I remember to this day listening in as I was getting ready to go to my corporate job. At the time, I was working for a lifestyle boutique hotel, doing marketing for them. And I was completely enamored right away about the revolution that was coming our way. What they said initially was, you're not going to be replaced by AI, you're going to be replaced by someone using AI. And that really caught my attention. From that day forward, I started seeking out resources, how to learn, and staying caught up on the news and all the developments of tools that were coming through. Then eventually I learned about a local community, which is now global at this point, called the Collective AI. They were doing weekly workshops, and it gave me the opportunity to connect with people in person about AI. I was no longer alone, and it gave me that final last push I needed to go back to working for myself. I have over 15 years of marketing and creative advertising experience. I've worked in Los Angeles, New York, and now Miami. I had some entrepreneurial pursuits in the past. I have a background in life coaching, but I had experienced such major burnout when I was freelancing in the past. And this was because nothing was automated, everything was manual, and I was managing a bunch of clients and demands. But this time around, now that I'm leaning back into my entrepreneurial journey and launching a podcast, providing AI consultant services, still leaning on my background in marketing and events and partnerships, I'm building my own brand, reaching individuals, and I don't feel burnt out. I feel like I'm finally at the capacity where I have a work-life balance. And this is really due to two things. It's due to AI enhancing me and my time and my energy and effort, and also a local community and an online community. These two things together have truly brought me into a position where I feel like I'm leaning into my creative pursuits. I'm leaning into my purpose and mission, which is to lead and inspire others through speaking and through in-person events. And I credit the collective so much, and I'm really excited to interview the co-founders here today. We're going to be speaking a lot about what it means to build community, why that's so important with this impactful time that we're all experiencing right now with advancements. And I'm really excited to speak with them more individually about creating this community we have all known to love in my personal friend group. And a lot of my guests that we've had on the show have been either speakers at their events or members of their community. You hear me talk about it every week, but maybe you wanted to learn a bit more about the collective. This is the perfect episode to dive deeper and to learn more about why they have been so pivotal in my personal AI journey. All right, Umer, Jonathan, thank you both so much for being here. I'm excited to chat more and hear just about, in your own words, about the collective. Listeners hear me talk about it every week. My network and resources and talent I've had on the show have mostly stemmed from the collective. So I love this opportunity. And my first question for both of you is, what kind of founders or creatives are a great fit? What are they typically struggling with before they join your community?
You want to begin and I finish?
No, but I think it's not that like, hey, if you're struggling with something and you should join the collective. It's just that the mission, if you align with our mission, and the mission is to take up all the emerging technology. And the most important thing is also if you're ready to level up, because that's who we are. We always try and stay ahead of the curve. We're always into what's coming up, what's new, learning, adapting, and then executing on all of that. So that's one element of the collective. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're struggling and then hey, the collective is your solution. No, collective is always going to be your solution, because this is what collective is. It's at the forefront of the technology shift, whether it's today, tomorrow, or years down the road. That's one mission. And the other mission is, of course, we're working on ourselves. We're trying to enhance ourselves, the human part of it, the conscious part of it. So we're working on that part. So if you connect in one way or the other, or collectively to both, then of course we are your people. And surprisingly, we have been gravitating, or not gravitating, but attracting those people who are not only looking to learn about the new technology that is coming up, but also they're trying to level up in their own life, in their field, in their businesses, in other aspect of their life. So yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's like an amalgamation of different things of what it really is. Because like I get the stories from people. Some people want to make money and they want to know how to use it with AI. They possibly could be struggling in their business and they're like, man, my friends are doing AI stuff and they're doing well.
Yeah.
But more than anything, it's like there's a lot of benefit from coming into the community, from seeing what others are doing. So the reason I love doing communities, when I first got into e-commerce, there was a community that I was in, and when I saw people's struggles, their challenges, their wins, it helped me know that I can also do it too. It's also a very advanced way to learn more about AI and find other people that are just as obsessed as we are,
Yeah.
right? Like I want to be around people that are literally obsessed with AI agents, AI infrastructure, exponential shifts, escape velocity. Like I want to be around these type of people, and it's hard to find these people out there, especially very successful people and some people that may not be successful, but they want to level up.
Right.
So it's like, this is the place where people are coming together to help each other make more money, bring up the network, bring up their knowledge, stay ahead of the curve, and then have a group of people that are going to take each other to the next level. The other mission that Umer was mentioning is like, we want to help build the conscious leaders of the future. And more I'm starting to see the collective more as a launch pad and accelerator for people's companies, businesses, and endeavors. And we're seeing more and more success starting to come because of the collective. And that's one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah, you're really setting the stage for transformation. And I love that you're all about conscious leadership as well. Could you maybe share about some aha moments and some key testimonials you've had since launching this community? Maybe there's some case studies you want to share on.
I mean, there's a ton of stories, but one that just happened. So Toby, that came into literally just learning AI, had no idea, was doing film and everything like that. He came to our hacker house, so excited. Within 5 days, he closed his first $5,000 AI client.
Wow.
And he just learned AI at the hacker house. Like he had no idea right before that, right? Like he had absolutely no clue. Also, we do a lot of JVs with people, right? So joint ventures, for those that don't know, like right now, because you can leverage audience, you can leverage the marketing power, you can leverage someone's technical skills. A great story from two of our members is that one member had an AI training program. He gave it to a girl named Olivia. She translated it with AI into French. She sent it to her list. Boom, she made like $10,000 the first week.
Wow.
And that was her first endeavor. That same gentleman also, Jeff Hunter, he's doing really cool stuff. He also closed a $150,000 client that happened to come from one of the members in the community. These other two guys, they raised $500,000 for one of their endeavors from one of the connections of the community. So it's like more and more we're starting to see people get this success. Like one person, they were able to triple the amount of their clients because they started adding AI agents. One of our others that we actually did a joint venture with them, and we just did a really good webinar where we started to sell AI enhanced websites. Like she obviously did great because she started to make money together with the collective, actually, as a matter of fact, because she's high level branding. Ashley Hahn, big ups to her because she's doing insane websites out there. She did that, and she's like completely shifted into the AI space and expanded horizons. So it's like all these things start to happen because you come into what we like to call the vortex. And this vortex gives you the energy, gives you the insight, you get the advice, you get to ask questions. Just by being around these people don't realize how much further it takes you, while a lot of people are trying to do it on their own. Learn from a YouTube video, learn from a friend. It's not linear, right? Coming into a community is more exponential, and trying to do things on our own and trying to learn from little tit-tat here, friend, YouTube, whatever, is a slower way to do it. So we love to like be able to help and support people to the highest degree.
Absolutely. You spoke about Vortex, which is also coincidentally the name of your new application. I spoke a little bit about it in the solo episode recapping the Hacker House and Mastermind, but I'd love to hear in both of your words, Umer, you can kick it off. What is Vortex, and why do you feel like it's such a revolutionary tool and platform?
Okay, so Vortex is primarily a tool which is always going to be in a stage of getting better. Because why it's so progressive? Because it's based off of AI, right? Why is it different? Because A, it's open source. B, it gives you more power in terms of like, what LLMs and what models of those LLMs you can use
Yeah.
to build agents for you, to build assistants for you. So right now, like, there you have limited options, right? OpenAI offers you only 4. And then besides that, there's a community section to Vortex where companies can come on, they can create their own part of the Vortex and assign their teams to it, and they can assign different roles, and they can chat, they can interact, use the same agents that they create, the whole team can use it.
Wow.
They can create departments within that board. So it's ever evolving baby, but of course, like, it's exciting because it is using AI, it's open source, and we are adding features as they pop up every day, every week. We already have people using Vortex and taking advantage. So I'm just excited that, we've been able to share what we have built for our people, for our community.
Yes.
And of course, for all the people, like, outside our community too.
Yeah.
They'll be able to use it eventually. But right now, like, we have only open to our community, and it's very powerful, and powerful to an extent where you can create multiple assistant and you can share it with your team. And John can elaborate further on, like, what he feels about Vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's very simple. It's a ever-evolving live system that's like a chat GPT on steroids, and you're not chained up to one company or one LLM or one of these agents. You can literally go and use any of them. So that's what's cool about it, that it's like, it's unchained, it's open source, and it can literally allow you to do a multitude of things that you cannot do. And I believe the future will be about jumping on seamlessly from platforms to platforms, from tech to tech, and you can't be stuck to just one company, and that's why we came up with the Vortex.
Awesome. Another offering that the collective has been providing its community and its network has been AI enhancement consulting services, which is so crucial right now because, to Umer's point in our recent podcast, it's never been a more critical time to start to integrate and to build out your AI strategy, because you're just going to fall so far behind that you won't be able to catch up. So if you could share more about what it is that you're doing for people and businesses with AI enhancement consulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So the AI enhancement consulting, we used to do consulting, and we really never wanted to get back into it.
Yes.
But we saw just such a ridiculous need from our members, our friends, and there was a lot of people doing very amateur stuff or doing things not the best. And that's kind of why we actually started like our original agency, Digital Age Business. It literally came from the idea that we got screwed over so many times by people didn't know what they were doing. And it's like we were forced to actually have a marketing agency that can actually give good services.
Yes.
So it derived from that of a lot of people need this right now. And then as we looked into it more and more, so it's like everyone's doing a bunch of things that are either extremely inefficient, they don't matter anymore, they will not matter soon.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of the largest blue oceans ever, and a lot of people need help and support. And it will also help us with some of our own endeavors. So we realized that people need to integrate this, because this is not like, when you added social media, maybe it could do a 20% lift, a 50% lift, maybe 100% lift. When you're doing AI implementation to the high degree, because most people think having ChatGPT and using Notebook LLM, they think that these things are doing justice. But there's other people that are truly integrating AI that are moving 10, 20x. So this is the most drastic improvement that has ever happened in the history of written mankind that I know of personally. And this is my own personal opinion. I'm sure there's other people think otherwise, but most of the experts are on this page. Most of the people that were retired from tech have come back full swing to go back into AI because it's such a fundamental shift. So if we can help companies get AI enhanced, we're coining this word. Obviously, it's a word that people can use, but we've been coining it really hard because you can enhance the humans, you can enhance the company, you can enhance the business idea that I may have had at some point in time, and I can move 5, 10, 20 times faster. And the results will start to show, and you're gonna start to see the largest companies in the world and the big advisory companies are gonna come in, figure out what works. For example, customer service reps that were just doing customer service, like very simple information, there's a good chance they're gonna be replaced completely with AI, even sales reps. And this is happening all over the board. Anything digital is going to be displaced, replaced, and then humans yielding this technology, using it to the highest degree, are gonna be at a far advantage. And this is not a 50% advantage. It's like literally sometimes 500 or 1,000%. Yeah.
Anything you want to
Yeah.
add to that, Umer?
Yeah, a couple of things. John hit it absolutely right. This is what we believe, AI enhancement is. So here's the thing, when AI came, everybody was fearful. So that's nothing but human nature. You judge or fear.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, hey, are we going to lose jobs? And people are literally losing jobs, right? All the big corporations, they're downsizing. They don't need those people because AI is plugging into all those tasks, which are mundane, which are like basic level things and can be delegated. And AI is taking those delegated tasks and then doing those repetitive tasks over and over again better. And it's only going to get better. So people are losing jobs. That's the reality. So what is AI enhancement? AI enhancement is the hope that people thought never existed. Because they only thought that, hey, we're going to lose jobs and what's going to happen? We're going to get replaced. And then the word that we use mostly is displacement. It's not replacement. And the first ray of displacement was AI integration or AI enhancement. You AI enhance yourself. There's an opportunity in the market and there's a huge gap in the market where if you are AI literate and you know AI really, really well, better than most of the people, let's say 90 or 80% of the population, what you can do is now you can still be an agency, which is not the legacy agency model, social media marketing agency or digital agency are no more required because most of the tasks are being done by AI.
Right.
But if you know AI, how to plug in AI into the business SOPs and systems and processes and structure, then you are in demand. Then now companies are looking for those people who can come in and automate and make their systems efficient, hitting them, their bottom line, their top line, by implementing all those AI systems that they are not ready to, or they're not aware of, they're not they cannot do it on their own.
Yeah.
So there's a gap in market. And if you guys listening, if you're a freelancer, if you're owner of an agency, you got to switch, you got to pivot, and you got to say, we are AI integrators. And that's what we are educating people who are really skilled with 15, 10, 5 years of experience in their own field. For example, people who are consulting with other companies and let's say in design, in marketing and branding, in development. What is needed is for them to understand how AI can be beneficial with their skill set because they already know the fundamentals of what companies require.
Yes.
And by plugging in AI into all those systems where it is really fruitful, you become not indispensable, but an integral part of the whole ecosystem. So that's what AI enhancement is. AI enhancement, we do it for the companies because we also do it, execute it. We're really good at it. And we're also educating and creating that army of people who can go on their own now, who are fearful, what am I going to do? Because now my job is being taken by AI. Now what you can do is you can come, learn about AI, and then go ahead and now you can enhance companies through integrating AI to plug in AI. So that's what AI enhancement is.
One thing I also want to chat about is upcoming events that you have. You have an exciting Tulum Hacker House coming up. Share about why a founder would want to be at an event like that.
Yeah, so actually last year was the Tulum Hacker House. This year coming up, we separate what our hacker houses and our masterminds are. Masterminds are a little bit more teaching. We bring in high-level speakers. The networking is very high. There's a little bit less implementation, but I feel like we're going to start doing more of it. So theoretically, this year is going to be a Tulum mastermind.
Got it.
Usually masterminds are done in the USA and then hacker houses outside of the USA.
Okay.
This happens to be so close to Miami, which is our home base and headquarters, and so many people were asking about it that we had to do it. So we're going to be having an amazing time, and it's going to happen October 23rd to 26th. And we're so excited about it because last time we did it on a whim in a 3-week span. Oversold the event, and it was absolutely incredible. And for some reason, there's something insanely magical about Tulum. And you know what they say is there's underwater cenotes. So it's there's some weird resonance that happens.
Yep.
So we tend to have a lot of magic happen. And due to popular demand, we're bringing it to Tulum this year. Yeah.
Exciting stuff. I think for my final wrap up, I'd love for you each to share what it means to have community in this rapid change of AI and why community is so important right now in your own words.
I'll begin. So, listen, there's an old saying, and I say it over and over again. And if you're gonna go fast, go alone. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to go far, go together.
Yeah.
Because nobody is perfect, nobody is complete. We are all filling each other's voids. We all become each other's strengths where weaknesses lie. So if you're somebody, if you're a solo rider, if you think, hey, you can do it all, no, you cannot. You have limitations. You have time limitations. You have energy limitations. You have skill limitations. You have your execution limitations. So find your other Belgian horse, a person who's really good at certain things that you do not possess. Come together, and then you're going to realize how big and important it is to work with other people and build community. Because the change only happens, of course, it is triggered by one person or by one entity. But then the fusion effect with the help of community, the fusion effect becomes like an exponential, right? So it's important, especially current times, because for me, it's not about any more smartness. It's model time now, model speed now. So more can be done, more can be learned, more can be achieved, and more can be executed in a community setting. Whether it's for your company, for yourself. For me, that's the biggest takeaway of community. The process of learning is so exponential. The process, the shortcut that you can get through community is help. And then people say, hey, inspirational. Inspirational and motivation, they always go up and down, right? We are all nothing but human. And that's where the community also helps. You find other people. I find Jonathan, who in my low times, he says that, hey, dude, this is what I'm doing, this is what we're heading. So he's helping me level up. So I see him, hey, performing at the highest level. Yeah. I need to go there. So there's so many things, small little details that we miss out on, which community really helps and benefits you, which we oversee or overlook when we try and do everything on our own, and we think that we can do everything. So
great.
For me, that's the biggest takeaway of community's strength.
Beautiful. Anything to add, Jonathan?
Yeah. And actually, when we made the decision when I made the decision to like step down from the public company and then to sell one of our other companies, I knew AI was going to move ridiculously fast. So I actually put a lot of time and effort into what my next moves would be. And it always just came back to community because, launching a technology, launching another course, like building this next company. With community, we're now creating a hive mind of people that are out in the field getting information because there's too much information out there.
Yes.
And then you get to come back, feed the entire mind, let's just call it, and then now we can move much faster, and we're going to help support each other while things get very chaotic.
Yes.
They get out of the way, and then simultaneously people are going to start seeing a little bit of crazy volatility. It's the reality. It's going to happen. Geopolitical, social, we may see unrest and everything. So why would you not want to be around a group of people that is going to help each other, that is global and basically helping each other to the highest degree? So once I saw that, I knew community was the biggest thing. And if I had to go back and do it all over again, there's two things that I would do. I'd find a community and I'd find a mentor. Okay? And then that would help me get to the next degree way faster from all the endeavors that I've done. And that's why I think community is important.
Beautiful. Well, thank you again so much for everything that you've created and impacted my life. I see you both as mentors in this time of my life as well, and embracing, adapting AI. And thank you again so much for being here. And I was just happy to share more about the collective with everybody. So.
Yeah. And I'm super proud to see you with this amazing podcast that is necessary during the times right now. And I can't wait to see this thing blow up because you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
All right. Thank you. During this time of rapid technological change and evolution, it's more important than ever to be leaning on each other, to be learning from each other and growing together. This is why I am so active in my community, try to lean into tech communities and women's communities, speak in engagements whenever I can, because we are all in it together. And there really is no one right way to be learning, to be applying this in your business, to be using it personally. This is why community is so important when it comes to artificial intelligence. This is my mission behind the podcast, to start to share resources, to learn from one another, to get creative sparks and ideas, share our mistakes, share our key findings, share our learnings. We go further together than we do alone. Thank you for tuning in. Wow, I hope today's episode opened your mind to what's possible with AI. Do you have a cool use case on how you're using AI and want to share it? DM me, I'd love to hear more and feature you on my next podcast. Until next time, here's to working smarter, not harder. See you on the next episode of How I AI. This episode was made possible in partnership with the Collective AI, a community designed to help entrepreneurs, creators, and professionals seamlessly integrate AI into their workflows. One of the biggest game changers in my own AI journey was joining this space. It's where I learned, connected, and truly enhanced my understanding of what's possible with AI. And the best part, they offer multiple membership levels to meet you where you are. Whether you want to DIY your AI learning or work with a personalized AI consultant for your business, the Collective has you covered. Learn more and sign up using my exclusive link in the show notes.